Yes, we are back. Back again in Train Sim World 6. Back again for some more trains. It's Train Sim World 6. What do you want? I'm not building a house or driving a truck or driving a bus or in a boat or a plane or riding an elephant across Africa. It's none of those things. Why would I? Okay. It's none of those things. It's Train Sim World 6, which means trains. And this time back in the USA, where I'm going to be doing Boston. Yes, I will be pronouncing it wrong. Boston to Worcester, which is about an hour from where I live. So that's going to be quite an interesting journey. So we'll see what happens there. A 4-line run from Boston to Worcester, and then we'll see what else is around. For those of you watching on the YouTubes, hi. Hello. You okay? Okay, good. Oh. Okay, or not so good. One of those. There'll be links in the doobly-doo below to where you can get the route for the Train Sim World number 6. There'll be a link down there to the Twitch page where you can watch live on Twitch. Where weekly. Am I dropping Tuesdays? No, where weekly it will continue on a Tuesday until I retire in April. We're doing the Train Sim World stuff. And then a link down there to the Discord server as well. Good evening then to Trent, to Sim, to McBone, to Sim again, and to Craig, and to Nigel. The highlight of my day, which is more to do with me than how good this will be. Ah, I'm the highlight of your day. How nice. Well, you're the highlight of my day, Nigel. There we go. Anyway, right, we're doing Boston to Worcester. I didn't say anything. You didn't know you're hearing things. We're going to do the HSP 46 because I think I know how to drive it. And we're going to do this one, Boston South to Worcester. The date is the date that I'm recording this, which isn't the date you're watching this on YouTube, unless by some miracle you're watching this on YouTube on the 2nd of December another year. That would be weird, wouldn't it? If someone's watching it on the 2nd of December in another year. Because when I do retire from this, I'm just going to delete all the YouTube videos. So that ain't going to be possible anyway. Right, let's get going. We'll do the driving of the train. I attempted to drive this train last weekend. And I failed. I had to go back and do the train training. To work out why I couldn't drive it. And then I tried it again and failed. So this is going to be an interesting one. To see if I can actually do it. It was something up to do with the fuel generator on. Okay. Shove my thing in. Shove into forward. We'll unlock doors. Which seem to have done something. It's a train. And you can tell that by the way that it is. And the doors are open, and we're calling at Boston Back Bay, Lansdowne, Boston Landing, Wellesley Farms, Wellesley Hills, Wellesley Square, lots of Wellesleys, Natick Centre, West Natick, Framingham, Ashland, Southborough, Westborough, Grafton, Worcester. Because that's probably how you pronounce it. It's Worcester, isn't it? Worcestershire. That's where we're stopping. Yes, there have been discussions about the fact that it finally says that I'm playing Train Sim World 6 in Discord. Considering the fact that it said Train Sim World 4. Even throughout the whole of Train Sim World 5's existence, it said Train Sim World 4. So that's a thing. We'll open the windows so we can hear the diseaseliness. And we shall await. Hi, Emmylou. So, I'm hopeful that when I release the brakes, I will actually move, because I couldn't the other day, because I hadn't set the thing on. We'll put gauge lights on, because they look cool. We'll leave the rest of the lights, because otherwise I don't know what I'm doing. Which is the same on any other type train, really. And we shall wait to go. It's an hour and 25-minute run. So expect it to take me about an hour and 40 minutes because I'm bound to be late. It's probably about 12 miles. Because I don't think we'll be going very fast. Okay. Right, brakes off. I've pulled back my lever. The brakes are releasing. Oh, hang on. We might actually have power. We're moving. It's moving. We're moving. Movement is happening. We are moving. We are moving. There's forward motion. We're all good. We're doing 5 miles an hour. Houston, we have movement. The train is going. I don't know. Okay. I missed you all. I haven't been here for 2 days. I've had to deal with my own company, and that's scary. Okay. Alright, we've got a mile to go, so that'll take us about an hour. Or change that, stream Mondays. You wait till next year, where I'm not streaming on a Sunday. Sorry, what? Didn't say anything. You're hearing things again. Right, so we're in. We got some doubly one, and we're only a little one, aren't we? Or are we? Hang on, I can't see the back of the train. That's two little ones, and 3 big ones back there. So double deckers. I do like a double decker. I went on one in Brussels, and it was weird sitting downstairs in a double decker because when the train comes into platform, you're looking at people's feet. It was really odd. And then upstairs, the roof curves in, so you're sat with your head against the window, which is rather bizarre. Turn the driver assists on. No. This is busy. This is where the trains are running backwards, aren't they? So we could have done that. And if we were doing the return, they run from Worcester to Boston, being pushed, not pulled. So they've got the loco at the other end, which is the reason that we're doing it this way. See, there's another one. I just find them. Why is that? See, that looks weird. That's got a single. What was that? That's got a single thing in the middle as well. I never run red lights. Again, it's this. We're going to quash this for 2026, okay? You've got this. Is this going to happen in 2026? I don't know. Anyway, you've got this portrayal of me being unprofessional, and running red lights and overshooting stations. That's just. I think you've been watching someone else all this time, because I am the one and only. Oh, no, that's an old different thing. I am Spartacus. Who's Neil? He's a nice guy. He's going round after the stream. I am the one and only. No, you're not. South Station, north and south, curve ahead. Really? You thought you'd been dreaming about the streams? Oh dear. If things come to that, Nigel, then you know things are definitely wrong. I was going to do a German route tonight, but with the announcement of another German route potentially coming next week, unconfirmed as yet, I thought I'd do an American route tonight, because I don't really do many. And there's the season of reveals going on, of which there is an American route. There's a couple of them coming, I can't say much. And the Tadami line got a mention in the season of reveals, which I am really looking forward to. The Tadami line. That is going to be a rather interesting route, I think, because we had the Shakira line in Train Sim Classic that I really liked. So really looking forward to the Tadami line. How's the Mondeo? It hasn't gone to the garage yet. I got busy today, so I'm having to take it tomorrow for them to look at it and then book it in. Right, we're going to have to do some braking. Oh no, we are braking. It's fine. I don't think the brakes are actually doing anything. And then let's release the brakes then. It's not dead yet. If it's like a couple of £100 to fix it, I'll fix it. The guy at work was trying to convince me to buy a Mercedes A-Class because he just bought a brand new one. I'm like, yeah, well, I obviously don't earn as much money as you do. Alright, we are arriving and only slightly late. Doors are unlocking. Set the brakes to release before applying power. But I'm not. I've stopped. I know I've got the power on still. The power's off. I know about setting the brakes to release before applying. You don't need to keep reminding me and warning me. Thank you very much. Now lock the doors. Which side's that? That side. Okay. The door's going to do the locking thing now. At some point. Doors. Doors. Ah, there we go. Thank God for that. Sim, release the brakes before power gets applied. Hi, Barry. Okay, so now I'm going to release the brakes. See, I've done the brakey releasey thing. And then do the application of the powers. I got the power. Oh, God, really? Michael! Roll the boat ashore. Hallelujah. He must be quite close to the shore. Because if you were singing to him, Michael, row the boat ashore, then he must have been in hearing distance. So he must have been quite close to the shore to be able to row it. Anyway, hi, Michael. Alright, we've got 1.2 miles to go to Lansdowne. If this is how close all the platforms are for the whole of this route, it's going to be about a 20-mile route, isn't it? And why have they got some sort of, well, something like this on it? Diesel-y, locomotive-y thing. Some people used to find my voice sexy. I don't know why. Okay, we are now accelerating up to a whole 30 miles an hour. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Boat top, trousers down, isn't life a scream? Google Maps says it's 43 miles and it's going to take an hour and a half. I know nobody watched it, but I linked a video in our Discord server today with a clip with Eric Idle in an interview, and I was just sat chuckling to myself while I was trying to eat my lunch. It was from the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, Scottish guy who did a late night show in America before James Corden, and it's just hilarious. Where's the Christmas tree? I'm not bothering with it this year because I'm so far ahead with videos. This is going out after Christmas, so it'll just confuse people if I put a Christmas tree up now. I'm too organised. It's got a bit foggy. When did that happen? Or is it the... Oh, no. Okay, yes. That's... The weather's weathered. We see. Someone sound the German alarm. Someone sound the fog light. Fog light? No, don't sound the fog light because you wouldn't hear it because it should be click. Click. Fog horn, that's the one. I said. Is Eric Idle's middle name Bone? Michael's a Bone. We will shortly be arriving at Lansdowne, track 1. That's track 1. Okay, this must be a long platform because we're stopping all the way down here. So yeah, it does make me wonder, innit? Why have you got this loco-hauled train when it's 40 mile... Oh, that's got... Okay, that's got clear again. When it's a 40-mile journey. That's a lot of brakes. That's less brakes. Okay, at least the brakes work in this. Or is it because they've got lots... That's dark. Is it... I can't see now. Is it because they've got lots of these things around and they just go, yeah, we'll use that for passenger service, it's fine. Because the Americans are stupid. You can't say that. You can't call Americans... Wow. For any Americans watching this on YouTube, if you've got this far on YouTube, that was Michael that said that. Brakes are fine, it's the driver. But look, how many stops have we had so far and how many stops have we stopped perfectly at? I think it's one of those where I'm not going fast enough to overrun. Yeah, exactly. They are through. They are through what? The barricades? Who sung that? Through the barricades. Was that Spandau Ballet? It was. There we go. Hey, it's beeping. Stop beeping at me. Right, can I wiper? Are any of these wiper? Fan? Auxiliary heater? Have we got a window demister? There's only these window demister things. Generator field controller is on. Fresh air is off. Rear marker lights, front marker lights. Step light when West Country then. Or front marker lights are on, isn't it? Gauge lights are on. Rear headlights are off, look. I'm dim. Front headlights are bright. And I don't know. Oh god, hang on, we're getting faster. I can't cope with this. I hope this fog does clear, because otherwise... 5. You've been here for 5 streams. There's something wrong with you. You missed the one that said wiper. No, I didn't. Look. That's not the point. What, that one? Well, that didn't do any good, did it? Which Muppet? I think I'd be Fozzie Bear. Because he's big and cuddly and cute. Sorry, what? There's something wrong with his microphone. Right, the next stop is Boston Landing. More like Miss Piggy. Hiya! Hey, Kermy Wormy. Definitely an inability to see in the forward direction, a bit like my journey home this evening, actually. Right, it's not. Look, now we get a 70 mile an hour, 80 miles we get a speed limit, and we're 8.8 of a mi away from the next stoppy place. That's definitely a bit weathery. Well, it's December, I suppose. What are you expecting? Sunshine? Moonlight? Good times? Hope you're doing the movements. I was waiting for someone to do it. We will shortly be arriving at Boston Landing, track number 1. And we're roughly on time as well. That definitely won't last. Uh-oh. 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 That's fine. It's fine. That stopped. And now watching me at the dining table. But I'm not at the dining table. So how can you be watching me at the dining table? I'm sat at the PC. If I was at the dining table and you had access to the camera I've got in the living room that's pointing to the dining table, I would understand that you were watching me at the dining table. The last time I sat at my dining table was Christmas Day last year. So, you know, that'll be slightly difficult. Oh, hang on, we got a long run now. 7 miles. Right, let's get some speed and power and speed. You eat sitting on the sofa, so do I. My little table. I whip my little thing out and put my tray on it. You didn't sing the long run. The long run. You don't go the distance, you find out the long run. I do like me some Eagles. Right. So 7 miles, 7 cats, kittens, wives and Muppets. Right, finally. Come on then. That's beeping. So 60 mile an hour limit, then a 79 mile an hour limit. Remember having a discussion before about a maximum speed for passenger trains. Wasn't it 79 miles an hour or something? I would like to do the Bright Line in the America lands. That's the one that goes from Miami to Orlando. Apparently it's very expensive though. Hopefully this fog does clear, otherwise we won't be seeing much. That's quite moody. Yeah, I don't do the Audi. We're having discussions at work yesterday about when people are doing their Christmas shopping. A couple of people saying they're getting up early on Christmas Eve and going. So I did that a couple of years ago and was like, no. So this year we've got our London day on the 20th. I'm calling into the Tesco's after London, so like 8:30 at night, and then that will be it till after Christmas. So then I'll probably go day after Boxing Day. Christmas shopping's half done. Mine's done. I'm going to buy a single Christmas present this year. Tesco on Christmas Eve. What? Yeah, well, my shopping for over Christmas is going to be no different to a normal week. Which probably have the same evening meals. Different last year. Is that a human vacuum cleaner in the house? Just eating everything. Right, let's hope this fog does clear. Yeah, 43 miles then if this route is. Oh, there we go. Let's hope this fog does clear. There it goes. Oh. So it cleared. Hang on a minute. So it cleared up when we were under the tunnel thing, because obviously it couldn't model the fog in the tunnel. The fog on the Tynes, Almain. But out of the tunnel, it's foggy again. I did go. Yeah, this year. Yeah, this year. I was in Tesco's when they opened on New Year's Day, like 9 a.m. Surprisingly quite empty. But I think I was in bed at like 10:30 on New Year's Eve, which will probably be the same this year. Yeah, that was the Cardiff, wasn't it? A couple of bits of snow, and then you look out the window and it's full. So hopefully this fog doesn't. Well, as we get out of the city, in theory, it should clear. No, I won't be streaming on New Year's Eve. Everyone will be off partying and doing their things on New Year's Eve. I'll be out clubbing, obviously. No. Right, at least we're getting a bit of speed up now. It's quite eerie when you can't see where you're going. I'm going to be here Christmas Day, I'm going to be here Boxing Day, I'm going to be here Christmas Eve. I'm going to be here from the 21st till the 30th, every day. That's long enough, isn't it? And sometimes twice a day. Right, we're definitely not seeing much scenery-wise. But we are still roughly on time. Roughly. We've got 2 minutes to do 2 miles. 70 miles an hour. Yeah, that's about right. Unless I slow down ridiculously early. Which is quite probable because this is me. Yeah, I'm being gifted some beers. Someone at work got given them and doesn't like them. I was like, ooh, I like that. Alright, braking. Alright, 60 limit. Well, this is realistic. I want, from looking at the scenery point of view, doing a summer route, yes, you'll get to see more. But this is, I like the fact we got this dynamic calendar in here, and then the weather does change. No, we don't do Secret Santa. They did the first year I was there, and then not everybody wanted to be in it, so they gave up. Right, next year my plan is to have someone in my life and have a fantastic Christmas next year. So this year's a break. Have a Kit Kat for Christmas. It's always Trent. Trent's got family. I haven't. Oh, okay, now we're late. It's slightly disconcerting when you can't even see where the platform's going to be. It's like it's out there somewhere. Somewhere out there. I think that might be snow. If that's snow, this journey could be getting interesting. No, I'm not socialising at Christmas. No, I'm all good. I'm socialising on the 20th. We're going into London, innit? This is where using my flight throttles and having a map to this is such a game changer. When trying to fit in my extra keyboard, I spent like an hour and a half last weekend trying to work out where I could put my throttles so that they're still in hand's reach to be able to do trains. And I can't reorganise my desk to get the keyboard in because of where I have my throttles. The real world problems there, aren't they? Right, doors are closing. Right, Wellesley Hills. Oh, hang on, it's got a bit clearer now. It could be clearing up, although we're going to get snow. What, the Nordic Horizons? Yeah, it's really good. I'm looking forward to exploring that. Very pretty lights. Oh, pretty lights. Pretty bird. Speaking of streams, streams coming up tomorrow night. Back with Subway Sim 2. I haven't done that for a little while, so doing that tomorrow night. Thursday night, maybe some Ships at Sea. Might be changing that though, but there'll be something Thursday night. Friday night, in American Truck Sim, looking at the new map in Illinois, not Illinois, somewhere. One of the new map, wherever it is, for American Truck Sim, doing that on Friday night. Saturday night, again, don't know. I think I'm going to leave that as to see what mood I'm in on Saturday as to what we do on Saturday night. Sunday night, Sunday lunchtime will be farming and then more stuff next week. Oh yes, we've now got snow on the ground. Okay, this is about to get slightly more interesting. Place your bets then. But yeah, a week on Friday, we will be doing a coach convoy in ETS2. I'm really looking forward to that one. We should be good. All depends on thy adhesion. That's fine. There'll be interesting coloured lights. Yeah, this could get a bit more interesting now if this snow gets heavier. Heavy. Why are you here? You should be wandering around St. Ives with 7 cats, kittens, wives and elephants. Visiting Christmas markets, a cup of hot chocolate, some marshmallows. Oh, right. Where was the thing? Up there. Right. Let's clear. We've not got an intermittent. Low, high. Don't they believe in intermittent then in America? You don't do hot chocolate or... I bet you've never tried a marshmallow. I bet you've never had hot chocolate. Right, 1.1 miles to go. Oh, actually, that looks quite good. That might be our thumbnail thing. I'm not a fan of hot chocolate. I don't mind hot chocolate with a bit of mint in. I wouldn't like have it. It was quite nice when we did the Manchester Christmas market. I got my hot chocolate in a mug, a ceramic mug. Cost me a bloody fortune, but I've still got the mug. Okay, now add hot chocolates. How do you know you like chocolate? You have had a marshmallow. Right, we'll shortly be arriving at Wellesley Square. I did see a mod for this that put a 387 on this, and apparently an American version of the 387 that we have here. But in order to put it on, I needed to install someone's save game, and I didn't want to do that. But I thought the 387 was electric, and obviously there's no cables and third rails and stuff down here. So I thought, Hey, now that's not a bad bit of stopping. Door is opening. No one's actually getting on. No one's getting off. We're going to have to... I think maybe at the next station we're going to have to go and have a look and see if we've actually got any passengers. I'm so happy tonight. I am happy. Shiny, happy people holding hands. Alright, let's go. Natick Centre. Track number 1. Come in, boat 9. Your time is up. We haven't got a boat 9. Boat 6, are you in trouble? Power. We have been discussing at work. If you haven't seen it, I won't do any spoilers, but the mid-season finale of Stranger Things season 5. I said to one guy, so have you seen it? He went, no, don't spoil it. I said, but is it no? The guy that sits the other side from me said, you were talking about Stranger Things. He went, yeah. So I started watching it last night from episode 1. I said, yeah, it's one of the few series that I do want to go back and watch from the very beginning. It's one of those, you've got to get through the first 2 episodes and then it really kicks off. Right, power. Here's a couple of shows I'm going to watch over Christmas. So between streams. Haven't seen much AI. Actually, no, we haven't seen another train yet. Yeah, not since we left Baston. I don't think you could say this was a completely rural, there's a word. Rural. Hey, we need to install that. Trent, get on it. We need to have that in OMSI. Rural. Rural. We need to put that route back in OMSI. Rural. Rural. What's wrong with me? Oh, don't that look pretty with the snow on the tweeds? Well, Google it, man. Row. Row. The one with the waggly tail. It's fine. No one's got this far on YouTube. Making fun of a certain person. No, there's an OMSI route. There's an OMSI map called RURA. R-U-H. I think it's R-U-H. R-U-A? Rural. I was looking for routes to do on the bus company. And that is one. Actually, I don't know if... No, I have got the bus... Have I got the bus company? Yeah. I think the bus company's... Scooby-Dooby-Doo! I think the bus company's in the schedule for over Christmas. I've got just about... I think I've got 3 gaps to fill. Nice guy. Going round after the stream. For the Christmas schedule. There will be some Cards Against Humanity. The 18 plus symbol will be going up. I think that's on the 27th. But may do that twice because I like it if we can get enough people.
Oh yeah.
Trucker King 24. Thanks for the follow. Let me guess. You're really into OMSI, but you didn't want to admit it in your name. And you were 24 when you set that up about 7 years ago. So you're now early 30s. Big OMSI fan. Oh, we're going to go and have a look at the thing, won't we? How do I E? There we go. Right. Let's go and have a look and see how many passengers we've actually got on board. There you go. Oh, 1. Hello. Sorry. I was about to think we had no passengers then. You didn't hear what I said. Wait. Baldy. I'd wear that. See, now that's dark jacket, hoodie, jeans, dark track. See, that's my look. I've got hair. Anyway, let's go back to the front. Don't you open that trap door. That's a long way up. Okay. There we go. Right, we're late now. I just swing myself in. Swing. Right, door is closing. Right, West Natick is next, 2.4 miles. No, we're late. Because we're supposed to be there in 15 seconds time. That's not going to happen, really, is it? Got to be careful of doing the powers because we'll get the wheel slippies. Let's do it. Sound like a very out of tune bell. If you're new here, don't expect professionalism or talk about the game. I was talking about the wheel slip in the game, and the snow, and the braking, and I've been looked at passengers. I am the most professional streamer there has ever been. And YouTuber. We can't talk about the OnlyFans, but those two are fine. This is where... No, I'm waiting for it. Last... Oh, that looks nice. Last week I mentioned YouTube, and I think Nigel put, wait, you do YouTube? Now that does look nice. I will be having a hot chocolate at a Christmas market when we go to London on the 20th. I'm also looking forward to my giant German sausage in February. See, now, if you lot would have been, you know, good. I believe America's where you from, you sexy thing. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. If you guys would have been, useful as members of the audience, you would have been adding up the miles between the stations by now, and could have been close to guessing what the total distance was to see how accurate it was. See, maybe that's the thing. Audience participation. 34. Well, it has been 34 so far, has it? Because someone said it's only 43 miles total, and we've got about another 40 minutes to go. So unless the last 40 minutes take no time whatsoever. That's just wishful thinking, Michael. Right, shortly arriving at Western Attic. Where this train doesn't terminate. So yeah, a few lines mentioned in the season of reveals, which is going to be weekly for the next few weeks. Dovetail are going to be announcing things that are coming. I do know all that they are being announced, but I'm not allowed to say. Couple of American routes announced so far, and the Tadami line doesn't say when it's coming, but I am really looking forward to the Tadami line. For those fans of UK routes, you're not going to be disappointed. That's all I'm going to say. There's going to be some conversations over the next few weeks, I am sure. And there will be some train sim content over the next few weeks. Obviously next Tuesday we're going to do the new route that's coming out next week. Well, providing I can do it on Tuesday. Hasn't yet been said when it's going to be out. The Tuesday after will be something. Maybe I will do a poll and let you lot decide what route I do. And then on the one before Christmas, so the 22nd, I will be doing the Holiday Express again, going through the whole storyline and driving the model trains, and see if we can make another longer model train, because we can add in things like Thomas this time and see what fun we can have with Thomas. Another train getting in the way. It's the first one we've seen. Right, Framingham is next. And yeah, I think I've got Train Sim Mod 6 a couple of times over Christmas. where I was going to do my whole starting Cornwall, work the way up, but that would mean streaming it every day at lunchtime, so I won't be doing that. But we'll maybe do some routes that we haven't done in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Mr_Super_Fox. Thanks for the follow. Framingham is 21.4 miles. Total is 44.2. Ooh. Super Fox. As opposed to a non-Super Fox. How would a fox get superpowers? Eat a spider? Fall in some sort of radioactive pool? Have sex with Iron Man? I am Iron Man. There haven't been any of those recently, have there? Used to be a Marvel film out about every 3 weeks. Unless I've missed a load. I don't think there's been any of those. And the last few that have just been just really odd. Oh, I'm a bit like that at the moment, Michael. I am gaining weight. It's not good because I haven't really left the house in the last 6 months. It's not been ideal. So I am going to start a walking regime over the Christmas break. Every morning I'm going to go out for a walk for like an hour. Oh God, I can't read all that. That was words. There were definitely words in there. And the snow seems to be more snowing. It seems to now be more blizzardy. The OMSI maps have been taken down. What, for rural? Rural? Oh, that's a shame. Read it. No, you read it. What's the other one? Epstein. That was a good one. That's the one that had the bus station in the middle of the map. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Hang on, we can do the doors, can't we? Where's my thing? That one.
Beedo, 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 beedo.
Which is exactly how the doors sound on an 800 series. This is definitely getting a bit blustery out there now. Three miles to Ashland. Wasn't he the name of the Supreme Court judge in the West Wing, Roy Ashland? That was the episodes that had Matthew Perry in as well. Rather oddly, hidden from Friends fame. Right. That was a very niche question. Alright, we're now departing in the getting heavier snow. I've seen it 35 times. I was very tempted to start watching it again. Well, I did. I watched the first few episodes. I was like, no, I've got to stop. Because otherwise I'll just be like, that'll be me into it. I watched 2 episodes last night of James May's shed thing. When we made the shopping trolley and took it into a supermarket. Which I thought that was okay. And then one where he made a thing to stop fly tipping. Which I just thought was weird. Michael's evading Scotland. I need to go back to Scotland. I got a list of things that I'm going to do next year. Scotland isn't one of them. But yeah, maybe the year after. I will be going on a ferry next year. I will be going on a plane next year. Yeah, this is definitely a bit snowy. Kind of plane to Scotland. I want to go somewhere warm. I want to have a week just... I want to go back to Fuerteventura, hire a car, go and explore the island, have a couple of days just chilling out around by a pool. Next Marvel film's another Spider-Man. I like the Spider-Man films, actually. The thing is, they were so good. Because they all followed in the same storyline and stuff. They were so good up until Endgame. And then since Endgame, there's just been all these weird films with people in that no one's ever heard of, or characters you'd never heard of, and I'd lost interest. And I was so in with the Marvel universe at that point. I loved all the films. Yes, Michael, Marvel, the company that makes milk powder. Remember powdered milk? Remember powdered milk? That was weird. But like gravy granules for milk. Yes, his weather is definitely getting weathery. UHT milk is weird. Yeah, I had some in a hotel earlier in the year that had gone off. So I'm guessing it had been sat there a long time. So obviously people that had been in that room had never used it and it'd gone off. I thought, how can UHT milk go off? Because you're having those little sachet things, the little like round cup things of it. And no one ever puts one in a coffee because that's just like having black coffee. So you have to put two in to make it drinkable. And you only generally get two, so you only have one cup of coffee. I've actually bought a little 1 cup kettle to take with me to Brussels. So it's like the size of a thermos. You fill it with water and you then plug it in and it boils. So it's like a little kettle. And then you can actually drink out of it. Because the hotel we're staying in doesn't come with a kettle. Alright, we're only running a couple of minutes late, which isn't bad considering it's me and it's snow. So yeah, not a bad route. Very relaxed route is my take from this. Because you're just doing, you know, slow speeds. It's not quite the same madness that it was in Cardiff. I'm sure the German route next week will be totally different. Alright, more braking. It would. Snow here and the trains stop, the buses stop. You know, kids get sent home from school. Like the whole country grinds to a halt because of like an inch of snow. Scandinavia, they just carry on. America, yeah, it's snow, deal with it. Here, oh my god, no, we can't. Health and safety, we can't have people walking on train stations, we can't run the trains. And yet that's the time when people want to use public transport to get places if they're not confident in driving in the snow. That's where you want the buses and the trains. Well, I've got to get home for the weekend. I've got to go and see Grandma. Right, I'll take the train. Oh, no, you can't. doors are locking. Southborough is next. 2.2. Yeah, we've only had one train so far go the other way. It's definitely a very quiet line. I like the effects of the snow and the blizzard. Streams coming up after this one, by the way, if you're interested. If you're not interested, I'm going to tell you anyway. I don't care. Tomorrow night, more stuff on the rails, but in Subway Sim 2. So, a bit more interesting. Lots of stops and things. There are videos coming out on that over the next few weeks as well, because there's a new DLC that's recently released, a battery-powered train. I do a video on that. Watch that if you enjoy me running red lights. That's all I'm going to say. There's also a little tiny route coming out on that as well, and then they'll be live streaming that tomorrow. Thursday night, we're doing something multiplayer. I fancy getting my wishy-washy out, but we'll see. Friday night isn't music night. Friday night is American Truck Sim, where we're looking at the new map coming out for ATS. Saturday night will be something MP. Decide that on Saturday. And then Sunday lunchtime back on the farm. We are going to be moving farms. We discussed it on the farming stream last weekend. I think that's going to happen at Christmas. So we're going to move farms again. The big farm we've got currently, it's probably a bit big for the amount of people we've got on it and that go on it. So we're going to downsize and move to a smaller farm. And no one in the farming community knows this yet, but we're going to start with small tractors, small equipment, less equipment, and make it harder for ourselves. Not in that way. So yeah, farming. We'll be here on Christmas Day doing some farming, so maybe setting up the new farmyard on Christmas Day. And then more of it on Boxing Day as well, because it doesn't matter then if there's only a couple of us around. So that's Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Always sim. Exactly, Trent. I think we've done medium tractors, we've done big tractors. I think it'd be quite interesting to do little tractors. Plus there's a little Ford that I'd like that. So we'd do little tractors and little trailers, and we'll find an old combine rather than the default ones. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think we know which map we're going to. Am I paying the farm sim staff triple for time for Christmas Day? That's all down to the accountant. You go back to horsepower. And yeah, as we talked about on the trucking stream, you know, if SCS do surprise us with something involving coaches at some point in the next month or so, then you will be seeing a lot of coach content. Although I have got some videos coming in coaches. Horse-drawn coaches, yeah. Wouldn't that be fun in ETS too? The horse and buggy. This is definitely a bit snowy. And yeah, we've seen one train so far. Anyone played the new route train sim while Birmingham to Crewe? You've heard it's not very good. It's amazing. It's awesome. I streamed it, God, when it first came out, before it first came out. It's brilliant. How do horses draw? They hold a big crane in their mouths. Right, 6.3 miles to Westborough. Definitely got to be gentle with the throttlage on this. You can't yank it all the way back. A bit cold and snowy out there today. A bit rainy here today. Thing is, it's nice, isn't it? Cold and snowy and dark and rainy. If you're sat indoors, you're on the sofa, maybe cuddled up to someone, then you can't beat it. If you're out in it, it's not that pleasant. Wake up in the dark and go to bed in the dark, yeah. I only left the office once today and went outside. You wouldn't know. Oh, Trent's never cuddled up to anybody. He will one day, Trent. The dog doesn't count. I should really start doing Steam reviews. You wake up in daylight. Yeah, thanks for that. And I am always honest. For those that maybe are new, I will always give my honest opinion of a route. Although I'm a Dovetail ambassador, I won't tell you a route's good if it's not good. I will give you my opinion. And yeah, I like Birmingham to Crewe. It's better with layering, so make sure you've got all your UK routes installed so you get the benefit of the layering. But it's a good route. You wake up at 8:30. I'm generally awake about 5:30. Generally hear the heating kick in about 5:30. It's like, aha, it's 5:30. Yeah, that's always a good sign. If I stream it again, if I line up a stream and go, you know what, we're doing this again, that's when it's a good route. And I think I did do a couple on Birmingham to Crewe. I think I did 3. I did 3 streams. Have a look on the YouTubes. And I've done a lot of YouTube videos on it as well. That's a good sign. If I've done a couple of streams and multiple videos, and I think there's more to come as well. It don't start work till 9. My busy point is over at 9. 9, I'm on my second coffee, sometimes my third coffee at work. Alright, 4 miles to Westborough. Last night, it was like 9:30. I was like, right, what can I watch on YouTube? I'm going to stay up late. 9:45. TV in the bedroom was on. QI was on. I don't think I saw 10 o'clock. Which, what makes me wonder why I'm awake at 5:30. It's my age. It's not. It's because I'm in that cycle now. You go to bed early, you wake up early. Holy Zoinks, thank you very much for that. 5 of the months. That's nearly a 5th of a year. Thank you, Holy Zoinks. Been watching an episode of Night Stranger Things. Yeah, I really liked that. I was just, that final, the mid-season finale, I was literally, holy crap. What am I watching at the moment? What have I got to watch? Grand Designs Australia, got that to watch. I might be after the stream. If anyone wants to, I've mentioned this before. If anyone wants to see a good romantic comedy on Netflix, feel good show, watch Nobody Wants This. I'm really enjoying it. I've got 8 episodes to go. I've got The Amazing Race to watch, but I'm waiting till that finishes and I'll binge watch that. And I've got Murder in a Small Town. I want to watch the first episode of that, but that might be a weekend thing. Then we've got NCIS is back. NCIS Origins. Then Man vs. Baby is out in a week. Stranger Things in 3 weeks. The Pit is back in a month. Daredevil's back in 3 months. One Piece, that was really good. That's back in March as well. And then next year we got the Harry Potter series and Malcolm in the Middle as well. Yeah, Nobody Wants This. It's a rom-com. It's, you know, couple fall in love, have some issues. It's easy watching. They're 25-minute episodes, but it's like feel good. Like, hopefully it's going to get picked up for a 3rd season. How long are the episodes? What, Stranger Things? The first couple of seasons about an hour, and then they get longer. There's another train. Hello, trains. Cargo. That's definitely a long one. Blimey, take note, ETS2. That's how you do a train. Holy crap. Oh, I like Tracker. Yeah, I watched the last week's The Weekend. With which I think the story might carry on from that one, with the family and the guy in the bath. Yeah, I do like Tracker. Alright, 1 mile to go to Westborough. You know what we could do with... No, I'm not going to say it. It does look good in the snow. Two more stops, Grafton and Worcester. We're supposed to be an hour and... What was it, hour and 35... No, hour and 25-minute route. And I'm 5 minutes late. So they must be quite a distance apart then. Unless it's building a bit of slack time in. But I'm liking it in the snow. Grafton to Worcester's 8 miles. Well, how's it giving me... I should have been streaming... No, it should have another about 15 minutes or so. So if is this not an hour and 25-minute route then? Is that not what we're saying? Braking. I think the if it's out next week, the new German route isn't that long. There have been complaints. I should do an entertainment Discord. That's, you know, when I stop retiring for this, that's what I'm going to focus on. I told Trent today that I was going to go and chat to people in my other Discord server. Because my comedy's lost on people I've been chatting to in this Discord server. I think after London, think after London and after Brussels, there may not be a Discord server. What was, I can't remember the comment I made. No, yeah, I can't say that on stream. Anyway, I'm not going to explain it to Tiger because everything's lost on Tiger. We thought our ex-comrade was living under the stairs all their life, but blimey. I'm in American train, America. As my other server called Golden Old is. There have been multiple times, being honest, in the last couple of months where I have set up another server. I did one that was entertainment based and set up a music room, a films room, a TV room, a YouTube room, created a little logo for it, and then deleted it. Oh, this looks nice. It's looking really good. Right, 2 miles to Grafton, or Grafton. So what we'll do is we'll see if there's another train coming from Worcester. Although we've only seen a couple, one freight train, one passenger train, in what, an hour and 20-minute route. So it's definitely not a high frequency route, but enjoyable in the snow. Forgot this line was in Train Sim. Yeah, I was flicking around at the weekend looking at the American routes that I've done, that I've got, because I own every route, and was thinking I've done Long Island Railroad, Boston Sprinter I did look at, and then I saw this, I was like, ah, and then saw this was an hour and 25-minute route, said tried to get in the train, couldn't get it moving twice, did the training thing on it, still couldn't get it moving, and then realised it's because I hadn't got the generator field on. Then thought, actually, because it's an hour and 25 minutes, might be quite an interesting one to do, because I don't really do a lot of the American stuff. I'll be your dog. Oh. Kiora. We are shortly arriving at Grafton. For my whippet, I'm more like an old English sheepdog. Like someone just take me out the back and shoot me. Or no, hang on, that never happens, does it? Send me to live on a farm. I like the fact that we have got these different level platforms. So there's the slope running up. So if you're someone that needs level access, rather than make the whole platform taller, they just make this one area with level access. The rest of it's on the low stuff. See, that'd save a lot of money. You'll leave me at the vets and put me to sleep. Thanks, Trent. See? underappreciated, unloved. Worcester is next. .7 miles. So it could be roughly right on time then. Oh, wow. Again, it's been 6 months since that's happened. See, it sounds good. I still don't get why you'd have this massive loco. Why isn't this run by something commutery if it's only like 40 odd miles? Because that's no different to, say, I don't know, London to Brighton. Similar distance-ish. And yet you've got 387s and stuff running down there. Although, okay, it's electrified. Unless it's because they've got a bulk load of these things and they just use it. It's one of those routes. And one thing I do want to do next year, and it's difficult because of every time a new route comes out, I obviously want to try it for my own benefit and also show it to you guys and the route. But I think I do need to go through all the routes and look at when I last streamed them or create content on them and almost knock off, go back through the ones that I haven't done in a long time. Because there's probably routes that if you guys haven't been around the streams for a while, maybe aren't watching the YouTube, you may not know about. And there are some good routes. Some of the German routes are really good. Oh, there you go. Both had the same idea. Do a series of A to Z. Thank you, Nigel. I got 3 YouTube channels. We had this discussion a few months ago. I do need to delete the other 2 in all fairness. I must do that. Remove them from existence. If someone reminds me at the end of the stream, I'll go through the routes. I've got them all installed. If you're interested, we'll have a quick refresher. I'm on YouTube 3 times. 1 is bad enough. Exactly. I actually started watching 2 different videos this morning. I was waiting to go to work. I started watching of mine that are coming out on YouTube in the coming weeks. That's not good. If I'm now watching my own content, the other 2 are better, much less content. Again, thank you, Nigel. Efficient, high-capacity transportation. I suppose they're double-deckers, aren't they? Watching my own content. Because routine, which we've discussed before, I'm normally downstairs at about 5 to 7 in the morning. I don't leave till 7 minutes past. So I'm sat there, and just for Michael, I'm topless because I don't put my t-shirt, polo shirt on until like just before I leave. Trainers in front of me, and then I'm just sat there for like 10 minutes, flicking around on my phone, hoping someone will talk to me. They used to. And I was just flicking around to see what was coming up on YouTube, and then started watching one of my own bits of content. I need to send round Nursey to look after me. God's sake, this does look good in the snow. Why do you think I'm joining the dating site next year? That's going to be tough. I haven't done that for, blimey, a few years. Stop beeping at me. This reminds me of Fernbus. Bear with me. Because I loved in Fernbus when you kept the calendar the same. You know, so it would be, if you were on it in December, you got December weather. So if you don't touch the calendar in this, you'll get the weather appropriate to the day. So maybe I should just leave them. I normally change stuff to summer so that you can see what's going on, but this is so nice. Oh God, yeah, OMSI weather, not great. Last point. Who remembers where I got to on the story? Wouldn't Pat and Mrs. Goggins like wrapped together in sellotape or something? I feel weird doing that in multiplayer, which is why I don't do it on the multiplayer streams now. Wasn't the last one the end? No. That was me saying the end, because that was my final stream. Not the sellotape again. Pat, don't use that as bondage. It tears all the hairs off your arms. And other places. Would the trees be that covered in snow? I suppose they would. Well, no one shaves their arms, but I suppose if you... Okay. Other places, yes, you should, but not your arms. Yeah, so we haven't seen many trains, have we? We saw a freight train and... What? You shave your arms? I'm not going to ask now if Pat's hairless everywhere else. But you just spend all your time shaving. Anyway, slightly odd. I have people shaving their chests. If you don't like chest hair, that's common. Right, we are 1.3 miles from Worcestershire. Oh God, no! That's something you only do once. You wax strip. No. Did that once whilst drunk. Actually, twice. That's not the point. Yeah, don't do it. That hurts. Hey, we're only a couple of minutes late as well. For me, that's not bad over an hour and 25-minute route if we're only a couple of minutes late. I'd call that a win. I don't know if there's a high speed one that comes out of here. You'd call that delay repay. What, 2 minutes late? I'll be on time here. Yeah, not a bad little run actually. I've earned a bronze medal. Very relaxed run is what I'd say for that. But, you know, an hour and 25 minutes. I don't think have they got a policy on late trains? I don't know. Amtrak's pretty much, you know, second rate though, isn't it? I've watched videos on the one I want to do, like the California Zephyr, and it's not unusual for that to be, you know, 6, 8, 10 hours late arriving because they have to keep pulling over for freight trains. So how can you plan an onward journey? Okay, if you're on the train for 3 days going from Chicago to LA, that'd be an awesome thing to do. I would find that so relaxing. Which is why I love the ferry to the ferry to Spain, because it's just like 24 hours on a ferry. You just get on and just relax. I even enjoyed the 5-hour crossing we did to France. With Uno, we passed the time. I don't think I'll ever be doing that trip with the same people again. Done. We have arrived in Worcester. So yeah, so the Americans basically, if it's late, it's your fault. It's right with the litigious nature of Americans. Yeah, 44 miles to 1 hour and 29 minutes. That's not a very high average speed, is it? No, Uno, the card game, when we came back from Cherbourg last year, it was what, 5.5 hour crossing? We got on board, we had food, which I think we'd eaten by the time, no, because we were on up deck until we left. So probably about half an hour after we left, we'd eaten. Then we went and found a table and started playing Uno. So I think we had a 5-hour game of Uno, and I mean just one game. We dealt the cards, and it took us 5 hours to finish one game. That was a long game of Uno. Right, so that was the HSP 46. What is there on the Acela then? Oh, it's only 10 minutes, so that's pointless doing. We've got the Boston South Station to Station Yard. We want to go from Worcester, really. That's Sandpatch. That's going to be freighty stuff, isn't it? That's going to be passenger. Boston South to Worcester. So it's going to be, hang on, so it's going to be the other end, isn't it? It's going to be that. Worcester to Boston South. Why is it? It's even longer going back. Framingham to Boston South. Can we do that? What about the single one? Hour and 34, hour and 28. So it's great because they're longer running. Tell you what, we'll do the return leg of the one we've just done then. Worcester to Boston South. We'll keep the weather as it is, and then we'll do about sort of 45 minutes of it, and then we'll run through the routes. So you won't go all the way back. So this is going to be the other end of the train now. So we're going to be pushed by the loco that pulled us in. Okay. So, I guess we've got to shove our thing in the hole. No. So, we got to take control. Well, door's unlocked. That's something. Reverse a key. Reverse. No, we want to go forward. Okay. Look, I'm an expert. I keep telling you this. None of you just believe me. No, I think we're set up. Hello. It takes 45 minutes to get it moving. Look, I don't deserve this. You'll see. One day, I'll... Hang on a minute. How many stations have I missed tonight? None. How many stations have I been overshooted tonight? None. See? Professional. Tomorrow night in Subway Sim might not be the case. But in this, none. Where's my drink? Oh, over there. I've moved everything. I like to put my hand where my drink normally is. It moved. It's over there now. You've been doing it slowly. I remember how it went when you drove a train here, Trent. It didn't go well, did it?
Caution, the door is about to close.
That's not annoying. Right. Grafton. Set the brake to cut in. Okay. Where? Have we got a cut in? Cab heater, vestibule light, number light. Fusey cabinet thing. Sand test. Cab light, gauge light. So is there going to be a cut in? Hang on, guys, it's not going to be on the screen, is it? Oh, God. Brake cut in. It's on. Oh, God. Okay, no, we should be good then. Okay. So that's a thing. Brakes are on cut in, but how do I get to the... Oh, God, don't turn it off. Oh. Oh, don't do that. Why aren't I going? Alright, reversing forward. Automatic brakes released. Hang on. Ah. It was a button. There we go. See, I just helping you. This is weird with no engine noise and no motor noise. Hello, me. Hello. Oh shit. It's Ponytail. I'm not a pony. Someone compared me to a donkey, but I'm not a pony. I'm not going to turn on the safety systems. Safety systems. So I get why they do this, because it saves having the loco run around. But surely the cost in getting this to run at the other end and getting all this set up. Well, I suppose you're only paying that once, aren't you? And the time and nothing to make sure the trains can run around, so you just have it be pushed all the way back again. I just find it weird being sat on this side of the train. At least we haven't got snow yet. I'm sure it will come. No. The snow. Snow, 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 snow. There's snow on them there hills. Right, new bit of powers. Snow is better than the fog. It looks good in this. You may be seeing more snow on some upcoming YouTube videos. Oh god, that was a noise. I have to stop myself recording. Well, it's 2 videos I want to do this weekend. Well, it's either do videos or DIY. So if you see me playing Train Sim World 6 on Saturday morning or OMSI, you know I didn't do the DIY. But yeah, Steve didn't do the DIY. He's on Train Sim World 6. And then if I got 2 videos to do, and that's all my videos done for the rest of the year. That's 2 videos a day between the 18th of December and the 4th of January. Streams in the morning, if there are any, and short videos in the afternoon. I know, I apologise in advance. Alright, we're going down, down. So yeah, if you are extremely bored over Christmas, I will be here twice a day. You want a strippergram? Yeah, if I'm drinking over Christmas, Michael, I might send you that photo that nearly made our ex-green comrade explode. I was going to say, yeah, I'm here twice a day. So the 20th, other people don't look forward to the end of Christmas holidays as much as we do. Thank you, Nigel. You make me feel so much better about spending all this time streaming for your pleasure, recording all these videos. That makes it all worth it. Nigel can't wait until the 4th or the 5th of January. Thank God for that. He's gone back to work. Anyway, as I was saying before the fan club kicked in, yeah, the 20th of December we got our meet up in London, where I'm pretty sure it's going to be me, Tiger, and Sim. Oh, and Amy Lou. Because we know Colin won't turn up, and I know Richard won't turn up. And I'm trying to discourage Nico from driving all that way for one day. Or travelling all that way for one day. Anyway, so it won't be on the 20th. On the 21st, so 21st all the way through, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, there's 2 streams a day. So lunchtime and 6 p.m. Christmas Day will be the evening. Boxing Day will be the evening. And then here every day then. So 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th will just be a lunchtime one on that last Sunday. And so it'd be single player stuff at lunchtimes, multiplayer stuff in the evenings. And probably only about 20% of those will actually end up on YouTube. So that's the time to watch them live if you can. Because otherwise they'll be going out on YouTube in like May. Well, I'm doing a weekend away at some point in January, going down to Penzance. So I've got to make sure I've got enough YouTube content ready for that weekend. Obviously, we've got a weekend away in February. I'm going back to Brussels in March. So I won't be here that weekend. And then I want to go away for Easter. And then I'm thinking about May or June, so maybe end of May bank holiday. I've got to check when the school holidays are to go to Fuerteventura before you get the summer holiday madness. Right, 2.9 miles to Grafton. Yeah, it's weird because the engine's at the other end pushing us, which I know is fairly normal. We have that here, don't we? Is it stuff on the East Coast where you've got the dummy power car, whatever it is? Yeah, exactly. Look at the prices. Yeah, last couple of times I went to Fuerteventura was in June, so it wasn't that expensive because the kids are at school, so that's a good time to go. So I'll have to do a tourist bus stream before going, which is what we were going to do when we booked to go this year. I was going to do a tourist bus stream, go down a twisty road to Betancuria and Morro de Jabali, right down the bottom, and Coroleco, and then go and do those roads in real life, which I've done, and it's awesome driving. Right, so we must have missed. Did we stop at? No, this is a further. Is it 5 miles? We must have missed some stops out. So I reckon there's less stops on the way back. It's weird now seeing it with all the snow's gone. Yeah, where are we stopping? Grafton, Westborough, that's stupid zoom. Southborough, Ashland, Framingham, West Natick, Natick Centre, Wellesley Square, Wellesley Hills, Wellesley Farms, Auburndale, that's new, West Newton, Newtonville, Boston Landing, Lansdowne, Boston Back Bay, Boston South Station. Yep. Yeah, if you scroll down the timetable now, it zooms out. Never used to do that. So yeah, we won't do the full run, but we'll do a few stops down. And then, yeah, I'll go through all of the routes in Train Sim World. See if we can come up with some sort of plan for the new year. So we know we've got a lot of stuff coming out next year. Yeah, thanks Trent, useful. "12 stations between Worcester and Boston. Grafton, Westborough, Southborough, Ashton, Framington, West Natick, Natick Centre, Wellesley Square, Wellesley Hills, Wellesley Farms, Lansdowne and Boston Landing." Yeah, so this door doesn't open then on the right, but that door opened when we were at the other... It's a weird looking setup in it. Oh, hang on, how horny are we? Yeah, alright. Alright. I've stopped pressing the button now. Thank you. Locked doors. Ensure all trap doors are fully closed before closing the doors. Hopefully they are. Is that my light still flashing? Oh no, we've stopped now. It's okay. I'm a professional. Do you think I would have driven off with doors open and lights flashing? No. I really am underappreciated. Don't answer that. There will be some of this lot joining in with some things as well. There is bingo, I think I've got on the streaming schedule for Christmas. We will be doing, say, some Cards Against Humanity, which... someone remind me, I need to go and find the really, really, really bad pack or a version of Cards Against Humanity for Tabletop Sim that's just really bad. And some Uno, and we're going to be doing some playing with our balls live on stream as well. Yeah, every time we do it, we're like, oh damn it, we didn't work out what the bad pack was. Set yourself a reminder, Trent. There you go, you got nothing to do tomorrow. Right, 1.7 miles to Westborough. Could work tomorrow and Saturday. It's Wednesday. So you're in tomorrow, you're off Thursday, Friday, you're back in Saturday. We'll do it on Thursday then. Buffet. I say. All by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself. That's what I'm going to be over Christmas. Peace and quiet. Like 12 days. On the first day of Christmas. That's very watery. There is water. Right, get ready to do the braking. Okay, more braking. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bye, Trent's mum. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with a Christmas dinner. I did the other year when it was just me. Different last year. But I'm not going to bother this year. I'm going to watch a couple of Christmas films. And then get ready for the stream in the evening. Good job as a long platform, exactly. Terry's chocolate. I had one of them last year. Did I buy the mint one? I think I bought the mint one last year. I've been quite good. I don't really eat chocolate at the moment. I have a penguin in a wagon wheel. But I don't really do chocolate. So maybe I'll treat myself to some at Christmas. I will be having some adult beverages. I like mint chocolate. I will buy some after eights. Yeah, Christmas Day afternoon, some after eights, and a good Christmas film. Last year I made our ex-comrade watch Die Hard. I don't think he enjoyed it. And then we watched all three of the Nativity films. Maybe I should try and find a really bad Christmas film. I think that might have to be a... I'm going to forget about this, but that would be a fun thing to do for the Discord. Who can find the worst Christmas film? You told your family to buy you no chocolate this year. Easy one for me. I will neither give or receive any presents. Simples. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Fact. I'm really looking forward to the 2 weeks off for Christmas. Although I've just had, a couple of long weekends in the last couple of months, which have been really nice. You're never going to watch any films, are you? We all know that. Could have done that now. Week away, you've got the evenings. You could have took some films with you, stuck them on your laptop, and then sat and watched a film after the stream. We all know Jaffa cakes are really biscuits. Don't even start with that one. They are a cake. You're working through slow horses. Then you need to start Stranger Things on the Netflix. I've got to work out, because that's released on Boxing Day, isn't it? The next 4 episodes. I'm out during the day on Boxing Day. 3 episodes. So, and then I'm going to be back and streaming. So I could watch one maybe after the stream. So then that's going to have to be the day after Boxing Day. Between the streams, I'm going to have to watch them. Because you can't watch Stranger Things in the morning, because that's just weird. It has to be dark room and loud. And then the last one is New Year's Eve. So I could watch that New Year's Eve. It was New Year's Day. Well, I'll watch it New Year's Day Eve then, after the stream. Close the curtains. I did that last weekend when I was watching Stranger Things. After the farming stream on Sunday, I closed the curtains. I've never seen Fast and Furious. I think that is one film that one franchise of films I will never see. Not my thing. So I've never seen. I think I saw the first Mission Impossible. Never really interested me to watch the rest. Well, I want to watch that Feckham Hall. That's out on the cinema this week, I think it is. So I want to go and see that. But again, it's if I leave it to that Christmas break, it's finding the time to go and see it. I could maybe go a week on Saturday. Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening? Don't know. Right, braking. Yeah, it's definitely a very chilled route. I wasn't sure how I felt with the non-engine sounds going on. But yeah, quite liking it. I think there's a couple of other American ones that I haven't really done much of. I don't do the freight stuff. Some people like the freight stuff. And that dovetail questionnaire said about, well, again, I don't know anything about it, but one of the questions in it was, what core features would you like to see? One of them was AI guards. So would you actually get dispatched by a guard? One was be a trained dispatcher. And, well, we know two people that are. One was probably exploded when they read that. One was signaller. Denied, no route available. I haven't done anything. And there was something else as well. I thought, are these potential ideas that they've got coming up that they might be introducing into the game? So some of the questions are quite interesting, and if anyone has actually taken the dovetail questionnaire thing. There's a lot of questions, like 40 questions. I had less questions when I redid my mortgage. One of the things they said about was longer routes. And I went, yeah. You got bored and left random answers. That doesn't help, does it? You got sent it by email. I think it's linked in there on the Steam page as well. You can actually take it. You need to get the end and get in the draw for, yeah, being a chance of winning a DLC of your choice. Yeah, and it was which Thomas Tank Engine characters would you like to see? So I put Bertie, not Bertie, what's the tram thing? I put the tram thing, Gordon and Percy. Toby. Is it Toby, the tram? I'll put that. Gordon and Percy. Right, 2 miles to Ashland. We'll get as far as Ashland and then we'll go through some of these routes. Yeah, quite a nice route, this one. Considering how long a trundle it is, you know, hour and 25 minutes. Okay, it's not very far, but it is quite commutery. I actually don't mind it being from this end of the train. Because it's quite chilled because you're not hearing the engine. I'll say we're roughly on time. We're a couple of minutes late. $317 hours on this Twitch. Your next highest was 3. Why, why, Nigel? Why? Why do you do this to yourself? Your laptop's broken. Well, that would do it. Alright, we'll shortly be arriving at Ashland, and then we'll go through the routes that are available for Train Sim World, in case you didn't know. Yeah, I will have to come up with some sort of plan for the new year. Obviously that will change every time a new route's released. But we will come up with a plan to work our way through some of the routes that we haven't done in a while. So yeah, whether alphabetically is going to be the way. You finally got round to uninstalling Train Sim World 2 to 5 today. That's the first thing I do when I install the new one. It's quite sad. It's one of those things, a bit like Farm Sim, isn't it? You know, you spend all that time in it, and then the new one comes out and it's like, yeah, sod you. I'm uninstalling you. Never going to play you again. Which is why I kind of wish that they did with this, like Train Sim, is it just becomes Train Sim World. And doesn't then, you don't have a new version, you just do the update. How do I get out? I'm trapped on the train. Oh, no, I'm not. Excuse me. I'm coming through. Well, that's new. Never seen anybody with a walking stick before. That's kind of cool. Well, not called a walking stick, but I can't remember seeing that before. Right. So let's... Right, I've relinquished the service. It's me and my US trip next year. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Denied. No route available. Hi there. Why are you wearing eyeliner? I'm not going to judge. Do you know when the next train's due? Because I've just gone. No, okay. 86 minutes is the next train. No wonder it's not very frequent service then, if they're every 90 minutes. Right. Okay, let's go back to the main menu then. Yeah, enjoyed that. A bit of Boston to Worcester. We will do some more of this at some point. The L.I. Right then, let's have a quick run through the routes. So yeah, I've got every single route for Train Sim World installed. There are a few. So the one we just done is Boston to Worcester. Then you've got Peninsula Corridor, which is San Francisco to San Jose. So that I've only on level 2. That one level 6. You'll be able to see how much I've done on the route as to what level I'm on. Change to sort A to Z. Fine. Okay. Boston to Worcester. Antelope Valley. Why am I on level 6 on Antelope Valley? That was just bad. I didn't enjoy Antelope Valley at all. That was just really long and slow. The Erosa line, I like that. Level 5 on that one. That's the Swiss one going up and down the railway, up and down the mountains. That's quite enjoyable. Bremen to Oldenburg. Can't remember it. A lot of these German routes, they all seem the same to me. So I can't tell you the difference between them, which probably find people in Germany and other countries are the same for our routes. So that's a passenger route. Leipzig, Dresden, we did that before Train Sim World 6 released, because then that's the improved version for Train Sim World 6. Salzburg to Rosenheim is the one that crossed the Austrian border. First time it did that. So that was a passenger one. The Banana Line, I really like that. That's the one that steeply goes up and down the mountain. I really enjoyed that. I did a couple of streams of that. Birmingham, here's the difference. Look, Banana Line, level 6. Birmingham Cross City, level 23. I've done 64 miles on the Banana Line, 824 miles on Birmingham Cross City. I like Birmingham Cross City. I really do. Yeah, there'll be more of that, definitely. Blackpool branches, I've done 527 miles in, level 14. I like that because it's got a pacer in it. Boston Sprinter, another passenger one. That's one of the ones I was going to do today. That's not bad. Cajon Pass, yeah, 24 miles I've done in that. So I must have got bored really quickly. Or was that a full-line run at 24 miles? That's freight. Don't like freight. Cane Creek as well. That's another freighty one. Not my bag, but I've done 41 miles in that. Cardiff City, 237 miles in that already. I love Cardiff City. That's an awesome route. There will be more coming on that at some point. Cathcart Circle, I quite like. I will have to do some more Scottish stuff as well. There's a couple up there that are quite good. Clinchfield Railroad, I've done 0. That's the one where you just crawl really slowly and fill up with coal. That came out in Train Sim World 2. I'm only on level 2. So yeah, I won't be doing that one again. East Coast Main Line, I've done 740 miles on that, but it's just so boring. Because there's like 3 stops or 4 stops and that's it. East Coast Way's good. I do like that. Bit of South Coast action. That's going to be seen again as well. Edinburgh to Glasgow. I've done 1,000 miles in Edinburgh to Glasgow. I think that's the one I've covered the most so far. and it's only a 47-mile journey. So I've done backwards and forwards there a lot of times. That's good. Boring route, but yeah, not bad. 5 Circle Line, 340 miles I've done in that one. That's another passenger route. There will be more of that coming over Christmas as well. I've already done a video in that, I think. Frankfurt Fulda, that's the one that came out with Train Sim World 5 with the Flix train, I think. That's not bad. Frankfurt S-Bahn, has that got the little diesel one in it, I think. That's quite good. I've only done 150 miles in that, though. Frankfurt Fulda done 200 miles. Glossop, really like the Glossop line. Been there, done that in real life. Quite an interesting little route as well. So that's certainly one, because it's got the 323 in it. Great Western Express, I've done 900 miles in that. That's the closest this gets to where I am. And there will be an improvement, an enhancement coming to that route at some point. It's been delayed again, I think. So we may see that next year now. The Harlem line, haven't done much in that. I don't know why. I've only done 97 miles in that. But that's my sort of trains. I like those. So, yeah, that's definitely have to come back soon. Hamburg-Lübeck, done 164 miles. Again, commuter run. Why haven't I done more in that? So, German. Munich to Augsburg, I've only done 38 miles. Is that because I couldn't get the train going? Sounds about right for me. So, that again, these two are two that I could probably do with doing again. Rhine-Ruhr, I've only done 40 miles in that. So, is that one line run? Why have I not done much in these? Horseshoe Curve, nothing. Good, it's going to stay that way. Freight, boring. Isle of Wight. One of my things next year is I want to go back to the Isle of Wight. We went there last year, and we didn't get to go around the whole island on the buses, which is quite interesting. I quite like the train route on the Isle of Wight because it's weird because you're sat on London Underground trains. So we'll have to do some Isle of Wight again. They're both really good routes as well. Not very long, but enjoyable. The stupid LGV thing, French train, I've only done 32 miles in. Long Island Railroad commuter is brilliant. Can highly recommend that one. That's a great route. Link Rheinstrecke, I've only done 61 miles in. Another passenger route up through the mountains. London commuter, 1,675 miles. Could that be my favourite? Maybe. Possibly. Yeah, I think it is, actually. London Overground is 247 miles, Gospel Oak to Park in Riverside. We will be doing that in full on our London day in a few weeks' time. The Mildmay line, that's awesome. The Stratford end of that is brilliant, and we will be doing a bit of that. We'll be going from Gospel Oak into Stratford on the Overground and seeing how busy it is up there. 5 days before Christmas, it won't be busy. Bakerloo line, I do like that. I'd love for us to see more London Underground stuff in this. That's awesome. Long Island Railroad, the original version before it became the commuter. Yeah, you really only want to do the commuter now, but okay. Mannheim to Kaiserslautern, another passenger one that's German that I can't remember because they're all the same. Luzerne to Cersei, I've only done 16 miles in that. That sounds like a me having issues sort of thing. Or I've recorded it once for a video and never done it on a stream. It's possible. Main Spessartbahn, another German passenger one with double-decker trains. Maintalbahn, Schaffenburg to Middelburg, 145 miles in that one. Another passenger Deutsche Bahn passenger run. Manchester Airport commuter, again, good little route like that. 194 miles in that, more 323 action. Midland Main Line, I've done 530 miles in. That's got HST stuff in it and 158, we like that. Lytton Walbarn, again, only done one run in this by looks of things at 30 miles. Morristown, that's the one that came out with Train Sim World 6. I like that a lot. New York Trenton, we did that recently. 419 miles done in that one. That's more American passenger stuff. The Werke Dresden, 80 miles in that. Another German passenger route. Niddertalbahn, that's awesome with the little tiny commuter type train. Northern Transpennine, British Blue Era diesel stuff, which is okay. Not the most exciting of routes. Oakville subdivision, that's freight. No. Peak Forest is steam. And somehow I've done 175 miles in it. Peninsula Corridor, another American freight, no, passenger one. And Rapid Transit, I've only done 2.7 miles in it. I think I couldn't get the train going. Sounds familiar. Rhine-Ruhr, another German passenger one. Riviera Line is amazing. Plymouth and Paignton, love that a lot. Ruhr-Sieg Nord, again, another freight one, I think, but in German electric stuff. S-Bahn, done 216 miles in that. That's another German passenger one. San Bernardino, I've done that once, won't be doing that again. San Patch Grade, again, that's where it's all started, wasn't it? Train Sim World 2, CSX Heavy Haul. 0.1 yard in that. I must have rolled backwards. That's another German passenger one, but high speed stuff. Done 175 miles in that. Kassel Wurzburg, high speed German, 175 miles in that. Semmeringbahn, another German passenger route. Sherman Hill, no, American freight, not my thing. Southeastern high speed, 1,178 miles I've done in that. Good route, really good route. I love the fact you got the high speed and slow speed sections of that. Spirit of Steam, yeah, not a fan of Steam. There is more coming, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately. Sneak peek. This is one I was going to do again, was the Dutch route. Quite like that. So need to do some of that again. You love Southeastern. What, the railway line or the route? I did like them, but yeah. Yes, I need to do some more of that. The route. Okay. It is a good route. I've been on it as well. Well, we'll be on it again in February when we're going through the tunnel. Bits of it. Tees Valley, I haven't done much on that. Dresden to Chemnitz, haven't done anything on that. How? See, how is this German route? I've not done anything. That's from Twain Sim World 2. Don't know how. Holiday Express, looking forward to that. I'm doing that again in 3 weeks' time. So the couple of days before Christmas, we will be doing through the Holiday Express again. West Coast Main Line, SAF, 1,478 miles. Oh, hang on. Is that more than London to Brighton? We have to check. That's awesome. West Coast Main Line, Birmingham to Crewe, 334 miles. Preston to Carlisle, 331 miles. That's a good route. West Cornwall's 733, and West Somerset, because of Thomas, 69 miles. So, which has been my most... So, 1478.98 compared to... Where are you? 1675. No, London Commuter is the most. Yeah, 1675. And that's nothing compared to, I'm sure, what our ex-comrade had. I bet that's like 4 or 5 times that amount. So yeah, there are lots of routes there I think we need to go and look at again. And maybe I love London Commuter because of the busyness of it. It's an awesome line to go on. Or we need to do a bit of that. As well. Z2A recently played. So yeah. So you can sort by recently played. Well, for the first couple anyway. Yeah, we don't have time to do that. We go to London in 3 weeks. I quite like that route out of there. Because it's so busy. I love it. So yeah, so in the new year then, we will start from the very beginning. We'll do an A to Z of Train Sim World. We won't be starting in Antelope Valley. We'll start with the Arosa line and work our way through them alphabetically. In between Dovetail giving us new routes. And hopefully we see more from this little cheeky chappy next year. The 66 is okay. I don't mind the 66. It's a quite distinctive noise. So there we go. More trains, more train type stuff tomorrow night, where I'm going to be in Subway Sim 2, giving that another look after having done a couple of videos in it recently, ready for YouTube. It's quite good. Forgot how good it was. So that's tomorrow night. Thursday night, something multiplayer. Friday night, we're looking at the new map in American Truck Sim. And do that. That'd be interesting, Nigel. Okay, if you're in the Discord and you've got Train Sim World, let's get some conversation going in the Discord then. Take a screenshot of what your highest hours are in a route in Train Sim World. Has anyone got more than I've got? I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that probably have. So yeah, there we go. And post them in the Train Sim, whatever it's called, Train Sim World and Train Sim section. I will take a picture of mine as well and post that shortly. So there we go. Some more stuff coming up the rest of the week. Trucks on Friday, something on Saturday, farming back on Sunday, and more trains next week. And hopefully the new route that's coming out next week. I'll find out when I can show you that. Later this week. So there we go. Thanks to you, Line Chat, then, for keeping me company for the last 2.5 hours. Enjoyed that one. Thanks to this lot as well. If the credits button works. And it does. Thanks, Mr. Superfox and Trucker King for following, Michael and Holy Zoinks for resubscribing, Sim for the bit, and Trent for doing, I'm sure, something. Most of the things he's been doing during the stream we can't talk about. There we go. I will be back tomorrow night to do some urban trains, subway car things in the Germany place. Until then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching. I do wish people would wrap parcels properly, said Mrs. Goggins. This is in a right old mess, and heavy too. I don't know what Ted will say. It's just one of those days, said Pat. First I slept in because my alarm didn't go off, then this parcel. Never mind, it's a lovely morning. Cheerio.